Hello YouTube, this is Jumpin' Ricky. On this video, we're taking a look at my second attempt to do Ubers. So, as if you've watched my last video, it's been a little bit of a disaster, but I've done a few adjustments for this video and let's take a look. Just a note, this first part of the video has been taken after the fact, so the full video or the highlights of the run would be done after this. So things that have changed from the previous run. So I'm running the Amulet Atmas Scarab for the 5% chance to cast amplified damage. So a lot of kicks in videos were using this amulet. Also, since the Atlas Scarab has a 75 poison resist, so I switched out the Carrion Wind Ring for Dwarf Star for Fire Absorb ultimately for the additional life as well. Also, I switched this up with the Carrion Wind when fighting Lilith just to max out my poison resist. So I wore Thunder Gods the whole way just to have lightning absorb, because even I've got all these lightning resist charms, my lightning resist wasn't awesome. So this was just to improve that, plus also of course the vitality, it just helps. On switch, I'm now using a CTA to buff life, mana, skills. So I did a video when I created this Crystal Sword CTA. It wasn't the best, but it really helps just because of the additional life. Also, I didn't realize that all your +2 skills add to that 3+3+1+3 overall. So if you've got Treachery, which is +2, Nightwing +2 plus the Spirit, so all of those gets added to your shouts. So everything else is the same. So while looking for the mini Ubers, I'm using Nightwing and Treachery, but midway through the run, you'll find that I swapped out the Nightwing with the G-Face, which was meant to only be used for the boss, because I realized that because I'm using Death Sentries to clear the mobs. So with the G-Face, because you need to kill monsters for the Death Sentry to activate, so G-Face made it faster. Also, another difference is I added a 15 IAS and enhanced damage jewel to my G-Face, and also swapped to the duress when fighting the bosses, including the Ubers. Also, as you notice in the video, I've loaded up with full rejuves, which were actually useful. So as you can see now, I've ran out because I'm making the first part of this video after the run. So I've used all of them, and this was pretty crucial until the end if you will watch in the video. Also, I've gave up the Geeds just to add the Shadow Disciplines and also a bunch of resist. So got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 martial arts, grand charms. Oh, sorry, 5, and then all the rest are all resistances. So fire resist and a bunch of lightning resist, fire resist and lightning resist, because that's where I'm lacking. And then a couple of GCs with life and attack rating just to help out. Still had a lot of missing with the kicks, but it was enough. So just a disclaimer, this is the absolute minimum, I think. So part of the run is I had good luck, because apart from the procs and all the life tap swayed my way, if it was different or if it's just a second late, could have been a disaster. So you'll see that on the video. So let's get to it. Right, first boss is Duriel. So because he mostly spawns closer to the portal, so went to Wholesale Pain to get my buffs up. Let's go back. The first two mini Ubers, Duriel and Isual, pretty straightforward. Did a little bit of tweak with Lilith, as we'll see when we get to that part. Let's just pretty much go to Duriel and start kicking. Got Burst of Speed and Venom and start kicking. You'll see here that the procs for Life Tap and Amplify damage are swapping amongst each other, and that's good because it kicks so fast that once Life Tap procs, you pretty much get full life. Made a little mistake here, filled up my inventory with a bunch of charms and I have no spot for Bale's Eye, so I had to go back and put Bale's Eye in my inventory and then go back to take the charm. Yeah, pretty noob mistake. The thing with console is you can't bring the cube and then pick up an item and then just put it directly on the cube. So that's one disadvantage of playing console. Isual is next. Took a while to find him in this map, and once I found him, again go back to town to swap G-Face and Duress. Quickly go back to Mala to get rid of that curse. Go to the stash, get some rejuve pots and swap the armor and the helm. Let's go. Went back. The once every time Amplify damage procs, it's really, you really see a significant chunk of the life of the Ubers go down. Just keep kicking. You can see a Fist of Heavens go down there because of T-Gods. Go back now here with Lilith. So at this point I've stopped using Nightwing and just went with Treachery and G-Face because I realized that G-Face gave my first kill on a monster kill on the mobs so that the Death Sentry can do its job. So going back, get Shadow Master back, revive the Merc just to get Lilith, gives Lilith some distractions, get more rejuve pots, swap to Duress, and here I checked my poison res and I thought, why not up it a bit more? So I swap Dwarf Ring with the Carry on Wind, and quickly you'll see when I check my stats that the poison res would be maxed out. So I just went back to the portal, quick buff, and escape portal and start kicking. So you'll see life amplify damage and life tap just keep swapping between each other. And again with Lilith, the last bit of health really takes a while. So that was better than my first attempt. So now we move on to the big bosses. So here, take my charms back. Then made sure that I've got the right items. So at this point I've swapped back Dwarf and put Karen Wind back in the inventory. Remove healing pots so that I can have space for rejuve pots. Took that one more. Let's fill out the belt and then go straight to Tristram. Right, so here I made a mistake. So buffed, and instead of battle orders I got fade on. So if you look at my life, it's still 1500 instead of 2200. And I didn't realize that. So I wanted Mephisto first because I want to get rid of the hardest monster first. So I was doing well, but as you can see how the damage on my life is just taking chunks. And because of that, I died. So that was first mistake. Could have been catastrophic. So at this point I was stressed out because I thought, oh, not again. So I went back. What I did was just revive the Merc and Shadow Master just for distraction.
Yes.
And I was hoping that I would have a better draw with the loading screen. So here, put Fade on just for damage reduction and resistance, and went straight to the body and go back to regroup. So that was pretty close. So I took all the rejuve pots that I have left, and then bought a little bit more health pots just for insurance. So revive the Merc first, get more health pots just in case. And then went to, because all of the monsters are waiting for me at the portal, so I went to Halls of Pain again to load my CTA buffs. This was the battle orders boo boo was not only one time, it happened again. So here, took all the rejuve pots, and I was glad that Mephisto didn't really heal that much, so I was able to finish the job the second time. So here I was thinking, do I go back to get my Merc? And I thought, nah, let's go forward. So got my CTA buffs plus Shadow Master, and usually Bill spawns here, and there he is. Start kicking. He's doing well here. The mana burn's quite annoying, really. And just when I thought I was able to get rid of him, I ran away, and then I realized, oh, still alive. Right. So go back, and at this point don't have much rejuve pots left. And I decided to finish the job and find Diablo. So So again here, putting my buffs up, and as you can see, I don't have battle orders on, so because my life's not up. Diablo usually spawns at the bottom middle part, so I started attacking and just chewing up my life. So rejuve pot, and then another one, and then that was my last one. So my life's still falling down, and then life tap came in the clutch, and that was Diablo. But I was trapped in between all of these pit boards and I died. So at that point I was just going to like get my corpse back. It wasn't really that hard because the Ubers are dead, so you just run around and use Cloak of Shadows and then let them chase you until there's no one else. So identify the torch, and what do you know, it's a 10-10 necro torch. A really poor roll, but you know, doesn't matter. The goal was to prove that you can do Ubers with Riftsin. I think I did that. A little bit of like, I think a lot of improvement to be done there, but I was glad I was able to accomplish it. That's it for my second Uber run. If you want more D2R content, please do like and subscribe my channel. And with that, thanks everyone for watching.